What does it take to become a Broadway legend? For Chita Rivera, it meant fierce determination, unstoppable energy, and the kind of charisma that could command an entire theater. Greetings, my fellow divas. I'm Nicole Dallé, and you're watching the Diva Decode. We're pulling back the velvet curtain on the legends who redefined the music world, exploring how these icons shattered the status quo and, more importantly, how you can steal their playbook to level up your own life. And don't miss this week's Diva Decode challenge at the end of the video. Today, we're talking about a woman who didn't just walk onto the stage. The incomparable Chita Rivera exploded onto it. Born in Washington, D.C. in 1933, her father was Puerto Rican and her mother of Scottish and Irish descent, and that multicultural background would shape the fierce identity she embodied throughout her career. Chita didn't originally plan on becoming a Broadway dancer. As a child, she studied ballet at the prestigious School of American Ballet after moving to New York. Dance was her passion, but Broadway wasn't necessarily her goal yet. In the 1950s, Rivera began landing roles in Broadway shows, slowly building a reputation for being not just a great dancer, but a magnetic performer. Then came the moment that would change everything. In 1957, she originated the role of Anita in West Side Story, the fiery, unforgettable character who sings America. The show itself was revolutionary. With music by Leonard Bernstein and lyrics by Stephen Sondheim, Rivera's performance was electric and instantly iconic. But she didn't stop there. Chita Rivera went on to star in some of Broadway's biggest productions, including Chicago, where she originated the role of Velma Kelly, and Kiss of the Spider-Woman, which earned her a Tony Award. To hear some of her legendary performances, check out the playlist in the description. Over her career, she received 10 Tony nominations and was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom by Barack Obama in 2009. So, how do we take Chita's fire and apply it to our own hustle? Here are 3 lessons from Chita Rivera's playbook. Lesson 1. Own your identity unapologetically. In the 1950s and 60s, Broadway didn't offer many opportunities for Latina performers. Rivera faced stereotypes and limited roles, but instead of shrinking herself to fit expectations, she leaned into who she was. Her confidence, cultural pride, and unapologetic individuality fueled her extraordinary stage power. What sets us apart shouldn't be hidden. It should be harnessed. How can you transform your uniqueness into your trademark? Lesson 2. The Spider-Woman Resilience. In 1986, Chita was in a severe car accident that broke her left leg in 12 places. Doctors said she'd never dance again. But she didn't just dance again. She returned to Broadway and won a Tony for Kiss of the Spider-Woman. The lesson for us? A setback is not a conclusion. Chita didn't settle for a safer life after her accident. She rehabilitated her dream. Lesson 3. Redefine your own longevity. Chita Rivera performed well into her 80s. When most of us are long into retirement, she was still commanding a stage. That kind of longevity doesn't come from luck. It comes from relentless dedication. Rivera trained constantly, maintained her physical strength, and treated her craft with deep respect. Chita reminds us that success isn't just about talent. It's about sticking with it. The most meaningful achievements grow from time, persistence, and passion. Chita once reflected, "I don't think we have any idea what we're actually capable of until we're tested." It was a philosophy she lived out again and again throughout her remarkable life. She remained a beloved figure in the Broadway community until her death in 2024, at the age of 91, leaving behind a legacy of resilience, artistry, and unapologetic individuality that continues to inspire performers today. So here's your Diva Decode challenge for this week. Chita Rivera was legendary for the electricity of her stage presence. This week, Practice your own diva entrance. When you step into a room, whether in person or on a screen, enter with intention, confidence, and the quiet expectation of being noticed. I'm Nicole Dallé, and this has been the Diva Decode. If you love today's spotlight on the electrifying Chita Rivera, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive. You can support the show through the Buy Me a Coffee link or join our inner circle for exclusive perks and the chance to vote on next month's divas. Until then, turn up the music and channel your inner cheetah with this week's playlist in the description. And keep a little glamour in your life.